Welcome to Tiger TV. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Emily.
And I'm Alberto.
Did you guys know that this is our first show since the pandemic started?
And yeah, we're still wearing masks.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's jump into it.
Hello, my name is Oakley Cruz, and I am interviewing Mr. J.
Hello, nice to see everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Cool.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the Tiger TV audience?
I would love to. My name is Mr. Jablonski. I came from San Diego. I was born in San Diego. I have 2 dogs. So I have a Puggle, and she's 11 years old, and I have a 9-year-old Border Collie. And hey, Juan David. I live downtown San Diego in a really tall building. I'm on the 18th floor, so I get to see views of like all of like the ocean, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite things to do, I love playing games with my friends. I love going out on the weekends and like taking my dog to the beach, and I love like parks and adventures, and I love to sleep.
Okay. Are you a principal, or are you vice principal at San Miguel?
I am actually a principal at this school and San Miguel, which is why you probably haven't seen me some of the weeks.
Yeah.
So I spend like this whole week I was here, and then next week I'll be all at San Miguel.
Were you a teacher, and do you miss it?
Yeah, so I was a teacher for almost 10 years, and I was a teacher and I taught high school. I also taught some elementary education, so I was in a kindergarten class for a year, and I worked with some 3rd grade classes. But high school, I was there for 10 years. And I taught like US history and world history, and I loved it. I had everyone from freshmen to sophomores to like seniors. And it was just, I think what I loved about the classroom were the connections and the relationships I was able to have with my students. And I still talk to some of my students today. Like I know kids who are in college, who have families.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
We asked you to bring a picture, and what can you tell us about this picture?
Okay, so this picture is of me when I was in jazz class, which is a dance class. And I was really big into musical theater when I was your age. So I was doing musical theater like after school, and then one of the like plays that we had to do, we had to take a dance class to kind of really know how to move. And this happened to be a Janet Jackson dance, and I was one of 2 boys in the class, and I loved it. But that was kind of like my big thing all throughout elementary and even in high school. Like I was really, really big in just all of the arts. So choir, dance, theater, yeah.
What other hobbies do you have?
My dogs are my biggest hobby. So I would say like anything that has to do with them. So like lots of dog walks. I love to read. So I love like I usually wind down at the end of the day by reading, and I try and get through at least a book every couple weeks. I'm a slow reader though, so I have to take my time. I enjoy watching television, and then just like cooking is like one of my other hobbies.
Yeah.
Like learning how to make new food. Like, what do you like to cook?
I just cook whatever I can.
PBJs.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Well, I don't know if it's hidden because I have sung on campus, but I used to like be a big singer,
Yeah.
you know? Like that was something that I really like to do. And it kind of just brings me, like we talk about joy, singing brings me joy. And being goofy and just like singing, you know? Do you want me to show you do you want me to demonstrate for
Go
you?
for it.
I mean, I don't have to.
No, go for it.
Okay, all right. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend." That's from the Golden Girls. That's the theme song,
Yeah.
and it kind of like honors Betty White. It's for Betty.
Anything else you would love to know?
I just love working here. I love seeing everyone's faces, and this is so delightful to have this as like, you know, an opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. J, and back to Alberto, Emily, and Jackie at the studio.
Hi, my name is Daisy. Today I'm going to tell you about Curious George. My name is Ranjita. And what's your favorite thing about Curious George? I like the name George. That's cute. So, what's your name? Mateo. And what's your favorite thing about Curious George? The thing I like Curious George that he's a monkey and he's pretty funny. That's awesome. Pikachu. Hi, my name is Stacey and welcome to our Did You Know segment of Tiger TV. Today I'm going to tell you about how Curious George became the famous tallest monkey we know today. We all know about Curious George and the man in the yellow hat, but what do you really know about him? Well, let's talk about where he came from. Curious George first appeared as a character in another children's book called Sully G and the Nine Monkeys. The adventures of this cute little monkey have been popular ever since being adapted into a major motion picture. Next time you see George and the man in the yellow hat, you will know a little more about him.
My name is Emmanuel. We're going to be interviewing some kids about Generation Z.
School Bass Pro Hat, son. You going fishing?
No, it's the aesthetic.
The what now?
It's the boomer for me.
Hi, my name is Layla.
What do you know about Gen Z?
I know that Gen Z is a newer generation of people, and it means Generation Zombie.
My name is Grace.
And what do you like about Gen Z?
I like the fact how I think that they're not necessarily smarter than people were in like the old days, but I like that they're more aware and they know more stuff about just the world in general.
My name is Malaya.
And what do you know about Generation Z?
I know that Generation Z means that it's newer memes and newer people.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Gen Z it's alright. I mean, like there's a lot of stuff going on, like cyberbullying and like parents are confused on like what people say nowadays, but I feel like it's kind of cool. So like the words like to use, cause like no one has ever thought of them before, and like they're kind of new and they're really cool.
Hey, what's up, guys? Emmanuel again. In this segment, I'm going to answer the question of what is Gen Z. Before I begin, I know that I'm talking about a generation. This means a group of people born within the same period of time who share experiences. When we're talking about a large group of people, we can't help but fall into stereotypes. So of course, this doesn't apply to everyone. People will always be diverse. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Youth generations were first named in the 1991 book titled Generations. Most of these labels stuck, though the dates that define them are somewhat flexible. If you were born between 1997 to 2012, meaning you are between 10 to 25 years old, you are Gen Z. Not many people know what generation they belong to. My goal with this segment is to teach about the generation. I know that right now, Gen Z makes up only 2% of the workforce. As we get older, we'll make up a bigger percentage. Gen Z spends around 2 hours of their time on social media and use YouTube at least once a week. Those who are older Gen Zers tend to have a lot of stress, mostly during work or school. But when I started working on this, I learned that the adults in this school fall under millennials and baby boomer category. I'm going to continue researching different generations and give you a little bit of info about each one. Thank you for joining me. Bye, Tigers.
A Gen Zer. My kids are Gen Zers, so it's the kind of late teens, early 20s people, I would think. I think they're very passionate people. I think they have very clear ideas of what they think is right and wrong. And I think they're a pretty cool generation. They're going to do some great things.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel.
And my name is Louie.
This segment is going to tell you about what's going on First of all, our dear Betty White died.
Who is Betty White?
You don't know who Betty White is? Let me give you some background. Betty White was an American actress and comedian. She was a pioneer of early television, with a career spanning 8 decades, that's 80 years. She died shortly before her 100th birthday, but was popular even today.
Hi, my name is Roberto Gonzalez.
And I'm Oakley Recruits.
Today we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl and share some information about the American tradition.
Here are a couple of facts about Super Bowl Sunday.
The Super Bowl is the second highest eating day for Americans.
How much do people eat exactly? Well, just as one example, about 8 million pounds of guacamole is consumed on Super Bowl Sunday.
Did you know also the Green Bay Packers were the first team to ever win a Super Bowl?
And 12 NFL teams have never won the Super Bowl. 4 have never even been.
Can you name the 4 teams that have never been to the Super Bowl?
We'll tell you at the end of this segment.
Some people tune into the Super Bowl not to watch the game, but to watch the halftime show.
This year, the halftime show performers were Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige.
Hello Tigers, I'm Emily.
And I'm Jackie.
Let me tell you about some school events. Peacemaker Assembly on Friday the 25th.
Please check the lost and found.
And please take care of our equipment.
We'll have so many cool events coming up, like the Super Mile.
See you guys soon.
Bye, Tigers.
Bye.
Bye, Tigers.
Guess who's back? I see you still doing so fine. Everybody on your feet, make some noise for Dr. Dre. It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I'm growing up, I can keep it home a lot. 'Cause when I frequent the spot.
You see the millennial with the side part? Millennials always have side parts because they're never the main character.